President's report. Generally speaking, as we all know, not a lot's happened, although our Premier, Daniel Andrews, has stated that the regional people, because we're all good people down in the regions, we've basically got carte blanche to travel wherever we want to go as long as we stay out of Melbourne. So, unfortunately, you Melbourneites they're going to build a wall around you and leave us to ourselves, and we can go and do what we like. So as long as we keep travelling east, we should be pretty right. We won't be able to open up Yark, I don't believe, until such time as the Melbourne situation is clear to travel, albeit that there are some numbers being floated about by the Premier as to how many can meet and meet with your cohorts and so forth in various places. But at this point in time, the executive's position on Yark is it's not going to open to our rank and file membership until such time as the Melbourne situation is cleared. We will generally have our security people and our maintenance guys going up there to make sure that things are all happening appropriately and so forth from time to time until such time as we can get the Melbourne situation under control. Our monthly magazine, we've been trialling some interactive stuff with our monthly magazine. Webmaster Laurie Miles wants to talk about the interactive attributes that we're put into the club magazine. Pretty exciting stuff, actually. So over to you, Laurie.
Most of you should be aware that there was the Weekend Wrap came out with the new magazine that Brian and Sander did, which is great. We've been using PDF and we've been using the Flip Reader for quite some time. There's a new version of Flip PDF which I purchased this week, and it means that we can do a lot more in our magazine and make it far more dynamic. What that means to you is that if you go into the magazine, you'll notice that if you click on any of the pictures, they will actually push out into full screen. And if you've got a tablet and you've got a touch screen, you can actually use your fingers and even make it wider. So we're using the high resolution pictures so you can actually visually see the pictures that are in the magazine. As of today, I've also put links in for audio. So the initial one had the President's Report in audio, but if you now go online and refresh your browser, you can actually see that there's an audio for the Yark Management Report and all the trips in there. There's a little thing you can click on and you can sit that back in your bed and just listen to the trip report and look at the pictures and think what a fantastic magazine we've got. So that's the update for me, and hopefully you enjoy it.
Thank you, Laurie. Again, that's good stuff. What Laurie has managed to pull together in terms of the interactivity capability of our magazine. So moving further along, Yark had a meeting last night. So Brian, over to you, Brian.
Good evening, everybody. We had quite a good meeting last night. Plenty of discussion. The guys are right into ready to roll as soon as we can get back up there. And we're putting together a list of jobs to be done. So that'll be good. Just like to point out the report that's in this month's magazine. It's on pages 10, 11 and 12, and there are some photos there. A report done by Michael Burke. He and Garry Cooper went up there a week ago to check on the cameras and change the batteries and just check the place out. So the report says that it's looking really good, nice and green, as you can see in the photos, and we're just itching to get back up there. So take care, everybody, and you folk that are out and about driving, take it easy out there. Okay, and we shall catch up again next month.
Liz Mills, education, anything further to discuss? Over to you, Liz.
Thank you, Eric. Hi, everybody. Well, we may have had a few glitches for the opening this evening, but 20 years ago, so did the Olympic ceremony, so what the heck. Firstly, now, we had the trip catering, camp cooking, Zoom meeting a couple of weeks ago. 26 members did that, which was a bit of fun. So thank you very much to Matt, who worked in the background, and also to Alison Hilton, who did a great section on how to cook with a 12-volt buddy in your car. So thank you for helping me out that evening. Next to talk about is the tyre repair course. Of course, that has had to be changed because of COVID. And the boys have decided to try again on the 5th and 6th of December. So all being well, we'll be able to open Yark and we'll be able to get there for that. If there are any members that have booked for that now can't make it, could you please let David know as soon as possible so that he can take somebody off the waiting list. So hopefully that will all go ahead. Now we have another Zoom meeting coming up. I've been trying to sort of think of a few things. One of the members, George Battar, has very kindly offered to do a Zoom meeting for some members. It's called Fine Art Printing Workshop. So have you tried printing some photographs, but they haven't turned out the way you hoped? Too dark, washed out, too bright, or wrong crop, some of the image cut off. So if you've had any of these problems, he's going to go through some of the things that might help you with this. So the Zoom meeting is on Wednesday, the 21st of October, and it should be quite popular. In fact, looking just before the meeting tonight, I've got 7 people booked in already. At the moment, it's open to 15. So we'll see how we go with that. If it gets very booked, I'll ask George if he's happy to open it up to any more. So have a look at that. That'll be on the website. It's also in the magazine. So just have a look for that. First aid course, of course, is still the 20th and 21st of February, and that's slowly booking as well. Next year, there's a few courses there we're looking at, and I've actually been in touch with another guy from HEMA, who I'm hoping we might be able to do a course at Yark with him, but that's still to be organised. So keep an eye on the magazine, and I'll let you know as soon as I've got more to offer you. So stay safe, everybody, and hopefully Melbourne Central will be open to travelling as well as the others before too long. So bye for now.
So over to you, Laurie, for that video.
Nice.
Don't miss this one.
So with that, I will suspend the monthly meeting and start the annual general meeting. Now, we have a quorum. The Sandra has and Laurie Miles have been taking care of that, I believe, and we've been notified of the various people who are logging in to watch via Zoom on the webinar or via Facebook. And Sandra contacted the Consumer Affairs people some time ago, or Corporate Affairs people some time ago, about having this meeting. And as long as our Constitution or the model rules allows for it, we can run it electronically. I'm also a member of a few other clubs as well, car clubs who have held their AGMs on Zoom, and it went very successfully. So I want to acknowledge the fact that tonight we have Graham and Barbara Wilson on board. Now, Graham and Barbara are one of the founding members of the club. As such, you must be very proud of the fact that you've started off a club from the grassroots, biggest club in the state. So that says a lot to our leadership in the past as to how we've grown to where we are today. So those people being some of our life members: Graham Wilson, Don Honey, Alan Winch, Barry McCarthy, Harold Ross, Sandra Tanner, Brian Stewart, Charles Norman, Judith Williams, John Treble, Garry Cooper, Jan Chivers and Ken Hildebrand. We recognise your contribution as life members, and thank you very much for your previous contributions and your current contributions. Some of the people are still on the executive committee and still out there working at YARC and the like. This club is what it is because of people such as that, and I'm quite proud to be a member of a club and having people with the strength and the leadership capability that's put this club where it is today, based on their efforts and their loyalty to this club. Wish to thank all the past presidents who are logging in tonight, watching. I won't go through them all, but I for one, think that the past presidents, the life members, and the honorary members have all done things and all done efforts and work and contributed to this club in such a manner that they should be very, very clearly recognised and thanked for their previous efforts in the past. And to that end, I have discussed, I know with Rob Laversha, that we should have an honour board at YARC with the face picture and names of our life members, so that in memoriam they aren't forgotten when they pass forward. But moving right along, acknowledge the fact that you people have been a great supporters of this club and still are. So what I'd like to go forward to now is the previous minutes of the AGM. We've had no correspondence with regard to the previous minutes, unless, Sandra, you've got something you wish to talk about? Anything to say?
No, I haven't received anything at all, Eric.
Okay, so there's no business.
I presume that some members have read the minutes from last year, the AGM minutes.
Okay, so if there's no issues arising from those minutes and you've received no correspondence, then I need to have the minutes of the previous annual general meeting accepted. I would move a motion that the minutes be accepted. I need a seconder. I believe that's being taken care of by Matt Lilly.
Yep, and I'm just going to put the poll up for and against now for the motion.
That's right. So there is a poll for that to go ahead, and it'll pop up on the.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you should have the motion up on your screen, and you either select for or against. I'll leave it up for 30 seconds, and I'll let you know before I close it. Okay, closing the poll in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The result is, Matt?
Yep, the result is unanimous, 100% for.
0 against. Okay, so the motion relating to accepting the previous minutes of last year's AGM is accepted. Thank you for that. I really appreciate it. That's a great thing you've initiated there tonight for us, Matt. Really appreciate it. This is one thing that that COVID has really done for us. We've been able to investigate some innovation in the background, such as what Matt and Laurie have pulled together tonight with this polling thing, and that augurs well for a great club in my view. So the President's report, it's in the club magazine. We've had a highly successful year in terms of we've gained membership when the COVID's down. We've had a highly unsuccessful year when it comes to trips and the various other social activities and so forth, because COVID has really hurt us. But the fact is we've spent no money, so that's got to be a positive. And that we've had a great executive committee. I really am proud of the fact that every one of our members on our executive committee really put their shoulder behind the wheel. Nobody, not one person on our committee is slacking off in any shape or form. Everybody gets along fine, and there really is a good team of people to work with. I'm really pleased about that. So at this point in time, I'll hand over to Bruce, who is our treasurer.
Tonight, and I've got two motions to put up. What I'm proposing, I'd like to move that the members accept both my treasurer's report and the financial report for the year ending 30th of April. So that's my proposal. And there it is up on the screen for you to vote on. Thank you.
Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it's unanimous 4.
Thank you. Thanks, Matt.
There you go.
Good man. So I propose that our existing auditors, which are Ashford's Audit and Assurance Proprietary Limited, be appointed for the forthcoming year. So if you could, Matt, put that up as well, and we'll just vote on that. Thank you.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, unanimous.
Thank you, Matt, and thank you, members, for your approval there.
So going forward now, I'd like to recognise for tonight our honorary members, one being Clive Blakely, who was instrumental in getting our structure at Yark. Certainly recognise his efforts for getting us that, and Ross McClure, who's the club solicitor. They're our two honorary members, and we thank them wholeheartedly for what they've done. So moving forward, we're getting into our awards, getting the Val McGregor Awards, Best Club Woman, Best Club Man, and the Trip Leader and John Whitney Photographic Awards and the President's Awards. But before any further ado, I'd like to introduce Graham Wilson, who is one of our founding members of this club. Graham, you have really set us on a good path here. And as I said earlier tonight, you must be pretty proud of the events, the club going forward, and each of the various committees that have gone forward have pushed this club through thick and thin. So from going forward now for the Val McGregor Award, the winner will be announced by Graham Wilson. So it's awarded to the club member, new or old, male or female, who achieves the most they possibly can out of the club. This person shows great enthusiasm and support for their club. This award is presented in the memory of Frank's wife, Val. The words joy of being are on this award. So I'd like to hand over to Graham Wilson right now.
Good to be here, and hi to the other people I didn't get a chance to talk to earlier. Good to see you all there. And yes, you can certainly say I'm very proud of where this club is today. When you think we started off with 34 members on the first night, when we first met in that little hall at the Victorian Association of Youth Clubs, which is opposite St Pat's Cathedral. And we used to joke that the way the club was expanding, we might have to move across the road, but I don't think they would have let us in anyway, but never mind. And okay, the winners for this award are Anne and Bob Evans, member number 2911. And that's a long way from number 1. So it's great, you know, how many members we've got. And I know those numbers probably go a lot further than that number. So it's come a tremendous distance in those years. Great to see. Very pleased. Okay, so congratulations to you two for your reward, and just so that you know who the award's named after and what it's about. So that's what it's all about. They put a lot into the club, and obviously you both have too. So well done. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well done, Anne. Well done. You like to say a few words?
Other than feeling it's very undeserved, we can think of lots of people who put in lots more to the club than we do. I mean, we love being a member, and we've really enjoyed doing everything in the club that we do. Can't wait to be able to get out and about again. But no, it feels very undeserved. So I think that's the only comment, but thank you.
And I just agree with everything she says.
You have
Yes,
to.
absolutely. And the award is about people who get the most out of the club, not the best club man, club woman, that type of thing. It's the people who get the most out. And we thought you guys have done a magnificent effort to attend everything. You came to the bushfire recovery stuff that you did with me. You've just been in and out of everything. So you must obviously be getting a great deal out of the club. So very well deserved.
We do. We love it.
We certainly do. So thank you all.
All right. The best club woman of the year is to be presented to Michelle Dodkins. Michelle greets and meets our people at the start of every meeting. Every single new person, every visitor, anyone that comes to the meeting meets Michelle, and basically she gets to talk to every single person in the club. Eventually, you must be a very, very well-known person. But yeah, over to you. Congratulations to you, Michelle, and over to you now, and say a few words, but we really appreciate your efforts, I tell you. So thank you for that.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate the award. Thank you. I love being in the club. I love probably the social aspect is more as being out on the tracks. Can't wait to get out on the tracks because at the moment we're stuck in lovely Melbourne. But yeah, once we get out there, we'll be definitely out there and about. Thank you so much.
Okay. Well, everybody is on our executive is pretty happy with that smiley face that we get to see every time we walk in the door, and the comments that have come back from people who are new to the club have made mention of the fact that there's nice people at the front door meeting our newbies. So thank you once again, Michelle. It's well-earned effort there. Now the best clubman of the award. I would like to thank Shane Hornby. For our panel has nominated Shane as the best clubman of the award. For the best clubman award, he's involved in Cruisacana, the logistics related to Cruisacana, and Yark maintenance, and into everything in the club. So, Shane, it's been great seeing your face pop up from time to time, the various aspects of what you do. So, over to you, Shane. If you want to say
Thank
something.
you very much. Yeah, apologies, I don't have any camera footage at the moment because I had some technical difficulties earlier, but that's very humbling and surprising to win that. Thank you very much. I'm very keen to get back to the property and be involved some more. It's been a little challenging, you know, not being able to get out and about as everyone's in the same boat. But yeah, it's a great club to be involved in. So thank you very much.
Thanks, Shane. The Trip Leader Award, we're going to do a little bit of a video for that. Well, thank you for that. Well, you can see that the trip leaders of the award are Barry and Viv Gardner. Very closely followed by others, but Barry and Viv, over to you. You'd like to say some words going forward?
Oh, well, thanks very much for the award. We enjoyed running all the trips we did and sharing our leisure time with club members. I'd like to thank all the other trip leaders that put in and did their very best to make sure all their participants had a good time as well. So yeah, we're looking forward to getting out there again and seeing a lot more trips being run. Anything further, Viv?
No, that's it. Thanks, everybody. We do have a good time, and we hope everyone has a good time. And I know there's a lot more trip leaders out there and budding trip leaders that we're going to give. Sorry, my phone just had a magpie going. We're going to run some more trip leader courses and get some more trip leaders out there on the tracks with us.
That's fabulous. So the next award is the John Whitney Photographic Award. Graham Wilson will announce that.
The winning photo is Reflections at Hauqua Hut, and it's taken by Laurie Miles. Congratulations, Laurie. Well done.
Thank you for the award. It's I have put pictures in on many years like anyone else, and I was very, very surprised when I got the call that my picture had won. I was quite taken back, so thank you very much.
Okay.
Well done, Laurie. Well done, everybody. Actually, there's some magnificent shots there, some fabulous shots.
Excellent photo.
Particularly of some vehicles doing headstands and the like.
We're just going to see a quick review of the last three winners. So here we go.
For the new members who might be listening there, John Whitney was our first secretary of the club and was very, very instrumental in helping get this club up and running. He came from the Sydney branch of the club originally and moved to Melbourne with his work, and it was not long after that that I met him, and that's how we got together and got this club going. So he played a very substantial part in the early days of getting the club going, and then went on to write the first couple of handbooks on four-wheel driving that this club produced. So he made a very substantial part of getting this club up and going. Thanks, Eric.
Okay, Graham. So moving forward now, there's a President's Award, and I have no trouble whatsoever in nominating the person I'm going to for this award. It's Sandra Tanner.
Unaccustomed as I am to public speaking. Thank you very much, Eric. I do appreciate it. It's really been interesting working with you, and I love picking on you, but I think we've done really well. We've managed well, and we've got another few months together, so I look forward to working with you further and really enjoying the experience. It's been wonderful, and thank you very much for the pleasure of receiving it.
Okay, that's good. Thank you. Well, we now move on to the positions of the Executive Committee going forward. The current Executive Committee, with the exception of Rebecca Schlossmacher, are restanding. Rebecca has put up her nomination for the position of Assistant Secretary, working with Sandra. The nominations for each of these positions closed on August the 25th, so as there are no other nominations, we won't be holding an election. So over to you, Laurie, for that video.
Enjoy. What do you reckon?
That's the way to go.
And you?
I reckon it's that one over there.
Yeah, and you? No one's got any idea.
Thanks, Laurie. That was a good little short video. Now, before I close the AGM off, we have to make sure that Michael Martin, our previous president, is well and truly thanked. So, Michael, if you want to say something, go ahead.
Thank you, Eric. I appreciate. I have thoroughly enjoyed the 2 years as president and the year as past president, and fantastic club to be a member of. And I'm looking forward to being a member for a good many years to come, and would greatly welcome the opportunity to continue to be involved with you and the committee.
So that brings the AGM to a close, and we'll go back into the club monthly meeting agenda. And I guess what we have going forward there is the general business. Any general business, come up on chat or Q&A down below. Laurie, are you picking up anything off Facebook as general business?
No, they've just been commenting. There's 49 comments over on Facebook, but they're all about the awards, so there's no actual questions as such yet.
Oh, that's good. Without any further ado, there's no other general business. I have no general business. So thank you all for your attendance. Thank you all for your contribution. And by gee, mate, the work and the effort that people have put in the last 12 months to pull this show together and keep it running the way it goes is a mammoth task. And I congratulate every one of you. I really do appreciate the efforts that's gone in my first year as president. It augurs well for a great team.